heavyweight champion. He had done it with crisp boxing, good power, a great stand-up style, and he was a gentleman to the max, both inside and outside the ring. But Aaron Pryor, called the Hawk, had a herky-jerky, wild style in the ring, and outside the ring, well, he was a guy who liked to have fun. He was as flamboyant as you could possibly be. And so when they met in Miami in an outdoor arena before a huge crowd, it was well anticipated, and it was terrific.
Well, Hector Salazar getting more airtime than the three of us as you look at Aaron Pryor, and he is a man intense right now, Ray.
Oh, he's really psyched himself out. I guarantee, well, I can't guarantee anymore, but I feel there's going to be a knockdown early. Someone's going to get hurt. How about you, Larry?
I think the most crucial thing in the first round or first 2 rounds is whether Arguello can use his great ability as a body puncher, and many people think he's one of the greatest body punchers there ever was, to slow up the charge of Aaron Pryor.
Aaron Pryor has been known to charge out at the opening bell. Round 1. Pryor with the first punch. He scores with a right hand. Up tempo right from the opening bell.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if someone gets knocked down in the first round.
Pryor, perpetual motion. He is right on top of Arguello, who gets off the ropes. Crowd already starting to cheer. Arguello with a right hand that scores on Pryor, whose legs buckle for a moment.
Pryor seems to be hurt. Alex went to the body and was able to hurt Pryor for a while.
Which is exactly what Larry Merchant was just mentioning.
Those uppercuts by Alex and that overhand right is very effective in Pryor's style.
Pryor is now slowed down just for the moment. Pryor has been knocked down. He will say, yes, I'll get knocked down and take a count of 1, 2, or 3, but my opponent will get knocked down and take a count of 8, 9, or 10, and that has been the story. First round, uppercut, the right hand, and another left hand. Arguello against the ropes. A lot of action for the first round of a 15-round fight.
Both fighters are a little tight.
A right hand by Arguello.
This is the first time that I ever seen Alex go at this pace in the early round.
There's a right hand by Pryor, and Arguello is hurt. Well, so far the fight has been exactly as advertised. There's another right hand by Pryor, and another right hand, and another. And Arguello gets off the ropes.
Alex is hurt seriously now.
Arguello is letting Pryor fight his fight. And another right hand, and Arguello back to the ropes again. Arguello unable to keep Pryor off him early on.
Alex's legs, he started to buckle, Barry. Pryor can hop right on him now. He's ready to put Alex down. But he can't get too careless because Alex is a great champion.
The other thing that I can't help but wonder is the bell here is not very loud, and this crowd is a din. That could be a factor because neither one of these fighters may hear the bell. Really puts the pressure on the referee. This is still the first round, remember.
You know, both fighters a little arm-weary in the very first round because they started off very fast at the beginning of the first round.
Well, there weren't too many who expected this fight to go the distance, rather. A left hand by Pryor again. And at this pace, there is simply no way that it can. A combination by Pryor. And an uppercut. End of the round, and what a first round. Another factor also is the fact that Pryor often misses shots. He did not miss many punches in that first round, and he scores his first 3 of this one. An uppercut sends Arguello reeling backward.
This is Pryor also much physically stronger than the other fighters that Alex been in the ring with. And that left jab of Pryor is getting through.
Pryor is very sharp with his punches. Not only a lot of them, but very effective.
Both fighters are missing some shots, like those overhand rights. If either punch lands from either fighter, someone has to go down.
Both men were hurt in the first round. Pryor early, but Arguello got much the worst of it. And again, Pryor getting off before Arguello. Arguello, a professional, and that is the thing that is constant. When you hear anybody talk about Alexis Arguello, they say he's the consummate professional.
Well, see, Pryor always punch himself out unnecessarily. He burned a lot of energy up. And another thing he must keep in mind, he can't stand straight up. That left hook by Arguello just land. Pryor can't afford to stand straight up because Arguello gets very good leverage. But inside, it should be Aaron Pryor all the way.
That time Arguello got a right-hand counter punch off, and Pryor is hurt.
Now, see, you'll see Arguello, because Pryor was dazed from that overhand right.
Pryor talking to Arguello now. Pryor draws a warning for hooking. That punch by Arguello was just a case of his man making a mistake and Arguello countering the mistake, and that's what he says. His theory is all I have to do is throw 2 or 3 punches in the round, but they've got to be good and they've got to hurt.
He's such a composed fighter. Arguello is such a composed fighter. He's been rocked by Pryor, but see, Pryor's mistake and bad habits, in fact, he burnt his stamina is not as great as it should be, although he punches very, very hard for his division.
Well, this fight so far is exactly as all the promotional releases have said. That's a rarity. I've seen it a couple of times, once in your fight with Tommy Hearns, but it is rare that a fight lives up to the press clippings. So far, this one has, albeit it is early. Arguello fighting off the ropes and fighting very effectively off the ropes. Arguello got the better of that exchange. But Pryor is still right on Arguello. And Arguello does seem content to have his back against the ropes and have Pryor lean on him. This is just the second round. Neither man is marked. End of the second round.
Panama Lewis wants Pryor to move his head more and move his body more, not come in quite so straight to Arguello.
Well, he can't afford to, Larry, because, again, Alex gets such good leverage behind his punches, and his punch is so accurate. Pryor has to be very careful.
Both fighters headhunting early on here. Arguello oftentimes likes to go to the body. He's not done that against Pryor. Of course, it's tough against a shorter man who's all over you. That was just a push for which Pryor draws a bit of a warning.
But Pryor must, I feel, Barry, he must get Arguello out of there in the early rounds, because the late rounds will definitely belong to Alex.
There was a right hand by Arguello. It did not faze Aaron Pryor, who came back with a left hand of his own. Again, you can't emphasize enough, the crowd is very much pro-Arguello, so when Arguello scores, you're going to hear it a lot more.
Every time Pryor waits, sits and waits, Arguello comes with that uppercut and overhand right. And the same goes for Arguello. If he waits, Pryor comes on strong.
The left jab in the face of Pryor thrown by Alexis Arguello. Pryor fighting a little bit more at long range this round.
He's telegraphing, he's reaching. Aaron Pryor's starting to reach now. And it's a very, very bad habit against a guy of Arguello's caliber.
Arguello took a right hand from Pryor, mostly on the gloves, but it still forced him back into the ropes. Arguello straight right hand, or rather Pryor a straight right hand, and I believe I see some blood from under the eye. And he took another shot right there.
Although Pryor's landing very well, he's still he has a bad habit of coming straight in with his chin up.
It is just a swelling.